Hi everybody, I wanted to do this quick artist appreciation video and birthday tribute to one of my heroes, Stephen Stills, also known as Captain Mini Hands, which he got in the studio for his propensity to play every instrument on a record. This photo that you see on the screen was taken at the Crosby, Stills and Nash concert in 2012, where I met everybody except Steven, and I'll tell you that story in brief right now. Graham had offered to um, go get Steven so I could meet him, but I kind of refused. And because I didn't want to have to yell at him because he was hard of hearing, and I didn't want to embarrass him, so I said, no, that's okay. But I have been a huge Stephen Stills fan practically all my life, since I was little. He he is a tremendous musician, and he can play almost anything you throw at him. And his songwriting is, unparalleled. I mean, from everything from Buffalo Springfield to Crosby, Stills and Nash to Manassas to Crosby, Stills, Nash Young and his solo work, it is just tremendous. And I just wanted to say to him that I love him to pieces, and I wish him all the best in the world. Like I said, he has been one of my heroes for many years. I never get tired of hearing his music. I always find something new um, about it each time I jam to it or listen to it. And there's not a bad Stephen Stills record. I mean, everything this guy touches is good. And I also want to tell him that I am so proud of him for, after years of his struggles with um, alcohol and drugs, he is finally sober. And I want to say how proud I am of him for that, and to continue to stay sober. And the only thing that I kind of miss is his work with David and Graham and Neil, because although he has worked with Neil in recent years, but I miss his work with David and Graham because, as you know, um, David passed away in 2023. Um, and so since then, Stephen has not worked with um, Crosby, has not worked with Crosby, Stills and Nash, but he has worked with Neil. sorry, Neil on several occasions at benefits and stuff. And one of the speaking of benefits, one of the many things, countless things I admire about Stephen is his unflinching or unfailing support of children and individuals with autism. He and his wife Kristen started a charity called Light Up the Blues, and they do benefit concerts, every couple years or every year for this charity, which kind of raises money for autism awareness. And I think one of his kids has autism. I can't remember which one, but that is something that I admire greatly about Stephen, is his unfailing support for causes, not only for autism, but the bridge school and other charitable causes like that. And that is something that he has never stopped doing his whole life, along with David and Graham and Neil. All four of them have always been very charitable, whether it be from the bridge school, Farm Aid, or um, SAVA, which is a organization that was started by Hugh Romney and Wavy Gravy years ago, because they were supposed to do a benefit for that, um, but they were unable to go to this benefit. But Stephen has always taken his time to lend his voice, whether through music or showing up to support a cause, and I just admire him greatly for that. And I every year on and I just love his music, and he's just a tremendous person. And I just want to tell him that he has given me so much joy and happiness over the years, and I will always be a supporter of Stephen Stills, the rest of my life, because he he just means the world to me. As a matter of fact, all four of them do. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. And there's, like I said, there's not a bad Stephen Stills song or record. I always find something to like about his records, and I hope he continues to make music in some form for the rest of his days. And happy birthday, Uncle Stephen. I love you.